natural world is so beautiful, made by plants and animals. Although we humans are even natural, but the man-made world which we create makes us to live far away from these wild habitats. India is the fourth mega biodiversity country of Asia, where majority of its forests are in Himalayan region. Himachal Pradesh is the part of Western Himalaya known for its natural beauty and is the treasure trove of flora and fauna. There are many taxa found to be growing over here, and some are very special, which are used by local people as a food and to cure various human ailments. Every forest harbors the biodiversity, and Himalayan region is also known as the gene bank. From very small to large creatures are known to be found over here. It is the flowering season and the bumblebees and butterflies are hovering over the flower everywhere. I started my journey from my hometown Chamba to some of its near villages in search of plants and to feel the nature. And these are the best places to visit for any botanist or the zoologist. Chamba is one of the districts of Himachal Pradesh found in outer Himalaya, where lots of wildlife existed in its hilly area. While I was traveling in the huge dense forest, I found myself very fresh and far from the human activities. This silent environment is maintained by these wild animals and plants. It is very important to understand and to know about biodiversity and wildlife, that what it actually is. Forests are very important for our natural environment, which are dominated by huge trees, herbs, shrubs, and wild animals. While I was traveling, I found there the most dominating tree of Cedrus deodara, which are very giant, commonly called as the Himalayan cedar or deodar, that are 40 to 50 meters tall, with a trunk up to 3 meters in diameter. Its female cone is barrel-shaped up to 7 to 13 centimeter long. These huge trees are usually rich in resin, and while I saw its female cone, the resin is falling down from its top branches and giving a very glistening appearance over the female cone. Resin usually act as the antimicrobial. Its leaves are needle-shaped up to 2.5 to 5 centimeter long. These giant trees provide the shelter to various wild animals. Not only these large trees, but the crystals lichen were growing over the stones. Bryophytes, mosses over the tree trunks, and pteridophytes, mainly the ferns, and together all these making the very green environment of the forest. Reaching to my destiny, Darkundi, there was a meadow covered by a different colored flower of yellow, white, purple, and many more. It was a dandelion that covers the full ground and making the beautiful yellow appearance in the clean and the fresh environment. I just captured those images and the moments in my mind and in my camera. These rounded bowls are blow bowls of silver-tufted fruits dispersed by a blowing wind. Not only I found dandelion growing there, but many such wild plants growing naturally like Anemone regularis, river anemone, common thistle, Cirsium venatum, Achillea millefolium, common yarrow, Amphora balsam, impatiens bicolor, red clover, Trifolium pratense, grey stem Spiraea, Spiraea canescens, onion, Allium cepa, with its pollinator. Mysore raspberry, Rubus niveus, is a very tasty wild fruit which is very soft, juicy with the sweet, rich black raspberry flavor. Yellow cobra lily, Erythema flavum, whose picture looks similar to the cobra hood. And many such wild plants like Mazes pumilus, Japanese mazes, Lycanthus peduncularis, stalked disc-head. But there was one such flower that I found growing from my starting journey up to the end. It was a very tiny plant commonly called as the heel of the earth or the common self-heel. Prunella vulgaris, variety vulgaris, with a very beautiful bead-like purple flower, and its pollinator bumblebee is not leaving it alone at any time. While I saw this mutual relation, it gives me a very pleasant feeling and was the joyful moment to see how in the dense silent forest every organism is maintaining the discipline and making the very balanced environment. It just increased the more respect toward the nature. There are found the Elsea rosea, common hollyhock, that you all might have seen, and it was the elegant pink-colored flower with its staminal tube bearing many anthers, and its pollinator, bumblebee, is doing its work at all the time. Forests play the very important role in our biosphere and maintain the balance in our natural environment. Where some are struggling, fighting, and dominating over others, on the other side, some are living with a mutualistic relation. The people who live in such a beautiful fresh environment are so rich in all the sense. I found there are villagers who were grazing their cattle and the terrace farming made by them with many crops growing over there such as wheat, apple and many cereals, and it was the lush green. People are using the rope ways for transferring the timber or wooden log from one place to another. And it was all the hard work done by the villagers. While I was traveling, I found there are small and large streams of natural water. And it was the perfect view to see. As I walk across these small streams of water, it was an amazing experience to feel that cold touch and that fresh and cold breeze and the cool environment. Next to this, as I crossed the small bridge, I found there a sharp spine of porcupine, a rodent, fall on the ground. But not only this, there were a petroglyph made over the stone by the primitive people that I could never imagine to be found over there. It was the pictures engraving over the stones of elephant and horses. The journey was so amazing, and it was the lovely experience to feel the nature. Those mountains, trees, flowers, chirping birds, wild animals, insects, and all these together making the full environment of the forest. It was a wonderful moment to see such natural wild growing plants which needs no care of humans. I found many plants which are new to me, and I feel each and every single moment there, and I learned only the one thing, that respect nature.